So, here's the big question on every Dogecoin holder's mind right now. Should you sell your Doge and take profit while the market's still strong, or hold tight and wait for what could be another massive rally? It's a question that's dividing traders, long-term investors, and even some analysts who followed Dogecoin since its early days. Because this isn't just about timing the market, it's about understanding where Dogecoin really stands today, and what could happen next. Dogecoin has always been unpredictable. It's emotional, volatile, and community-driven. The same coin that turned a meme into a global financial movement now sits at a critical point between another explosive rise or a potential cooldown that could test every holder's patience. And right now, a wave of data, expert predictions, and new developments on the blockchain could tell us which side is more likely. So before you hit that sell button or double down on your holdings, stay with me. Because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly where Dogecoin stands, what factors could shape its next big move, and how smart investors are approaching Doge in this shifting market. Dogecoin has had one of the wildest journeys in the entire crypto market. From a joke to a top 10 asset backed by none other than Elon Musk, its price action has defied logic and rewritten what community-driven investing means. But now, with Bitcoin ETFs dominating headlines, institutional investors entering crypto, and market sentiment shifting toward utility-based projects, people are asking, is Dogecoin still worth holding? Let's start with the fundamentals. Dogecoin isn't the same project it was in 2021. Since then, the developers have introduced major upgrades like the Cardinals Index node, a system that improves how transactions are indexed on the blockchain, allowing faster verification and better scalability. This update could give Doge the kind of technical backbone it needs to compete with more advanced blockchains, something critics said it would never achieve. Then there's DOGE, the platform enabling developers to build decentralized apps directly on the Dogecoin network. This isn't just a side project, it's a huge leap that pushes Dogecoin beyond being a tipping token. With DOGE, developers can now experiment with decentralized finance tools, games, and even AI-powered applications. That means Dogecoin is slowly positioning itself not just as a meme coin, but as a platform with expanding use cases. Even more impressive is the proposed integration of zero-knowledge proofs, ZKPs, and trusted execution environments, TEs, technologies that boost privacy, scalability, and security. When Dogecoin engineer Ed Tubbs confirmed that TEs were being tested, analysts took notice. It showed that Dogecoin's developers are serious about evolving the network for the next decade. So, fundamentally speaking, Dogecoin is improving, but what about price behavior? Right now, Dogecoin is in a fascinating position. According to analyst Demopots, every time Doge has broken a key resistance trendline in the past, it's delivered exponential rallies 83x in one cycle, 183x in another. Potts predicts that if historical patterns repeat, we could see a more conservative 37x rally during this market cycle. That kind of potential is what makes long-term holders stay confident even when short-term volatility strikes. At the same time, traders are becoming more cautious. Volatility cuts both ways, it creates opportunity, but it also creates risk. Dogecoin's price is influenced heavily by sentiment, especially from figures like Elon Musk. A single post can drive a spike, but silence can lead to corrections. Recently, Musk once again mentioned Bitcoin and Dogecoin together while discussing energy-efficient mining and blockchain utility. That subtle endorsement reminded the market that Musk hasn't abandoned Doge, he's just waiting for the right moment. There's also the institutional angle. The 21 shares Doge ETF, TDOG, is listed on the DTCC platform, which means traditional investors could soon have exposure to Dogecoin through regulated channels. And with the House of Doge Treasury initiative, reportedly backed by Musk's legal team, there are whispers of a $200 million treasury being established to hold Doge as an institutional asset. If these developments continue, Dogecoin could become the first meme coin with real Wall Street legitimacy. Now, let's address the key question: should you sell or hold? Selling Dogecoin right now might seem logical if you're sitting on big profits. Taking profit is never a bad move, but it depends on what your time horizon is. If you're a short-term trader, the market's current momentum could present opportunities for quick gains. But remember, Dogecoin's biggest rallies have often come after periods of consolidation and skepticism. Many traders who sold early in 2020 missed out on the 2021 explosion that turned Doge from a fraction of a cent to nearly $1. Holding, on the other hand, requires conviction. And conviction comes from understanding where the project is headed. Dogecoin's developers are building infrastructure that strengthens long-term viability. The introduction of programmable layers, faster transaction systems, and growing institutional interest are all signs that the ecosystem is maturing. That's the kind of foundation long-term investors look for. Experts like Ali Martinez and Michael Van de Poppy often point out that crypto market cycles move in waves. Periods of fear and disbelief are often followed by parabolic growth. If the next Bitcoin halving triggers another major bull run, altcoins with strong brand recognition like Dogecoin tend to follow with amplified moves. Another factor is Dogecoin's community. No other crypto project has the same blend of humor, loyalty, and global recognition. The Doge army has survived multiple bear markets. Every time the market doubts it, the community rallies. That's not just emotional, it's structural. A strong community means consistent social engagement, continuous developer support, and ongoing media coverage. All of that fuels liquidity and keeps Dogecoin relevant. However, one should also be realistic. Dogecoin's path to $1 or beyond depends on adoption. While the utility upgrades are promising, global payment integration and mass merchant acceptance are what will drive long-term sustainability. If Dogecoin can solidify its role as an internet-native currency fast, cheap, and decentralized, it can cement itself as more than just a meme. Some investors choose a hybrid strategy. They sell portions of their holdings during rallies to lock in profit while keeping a long-term position intact. This way, they stay in the market if the price explodes again but protect themselves against heavy downturns. It's a balanced approach that many experienced traders use to manage emotional swings. From a psychological standpoint, holding Dogecoin long-term requires patience and clarity. You need to know why you're holding. Is it belief in decentralization? Trust in the community? Faith in its technological roadmap? The clearer your reason, the easier it becomes to ride out short-term dips without making rash decisions. Also, don't ignore the macroeconomic backdrop. The broader crypto market is entering a new phase. Bitcoin ETFs have opened doors to institutional capital. Ethereum's Layer 2 ecosystem is booming. AI integration with blockchain is creating new categories of projects. And Dogecoin is right at the intersection of culture, technology, and finance. That positioning gives it long-term relevance, but only if it keeps innovating. Right now, on-chain metrics show increasing wallet activity and transaction consistency. Even as some traders take profit, the number of long-term holders, those keeping their Doge untouched for more than a year, continues to rise. That's often a bullish sign. It shows conviction growing beneath the surface. Ultimately, whether you sell or hold depends on your risk tolerance and investment style. If you're a trader who enjoys quick moves and wants to capture volatility, take profits strategically. But if you're in it for the big picture, the next wave of crypto adoption, holding Dogecoin through the noise might just pay off in ways that short-term trades can't match. So, should you sell Dogecoin now or hold? The truth is, there's no universal answer. The market rewards both strategies, but only if you understand why you're taking them. The biggest losses in crypto often come from confusion, not knowing whether you're a trader or an investor. So decide what you are, plan your move, and stick to it. Dogecoin has already made history once. It turned memes into money, jokes into ecosystems, and retail investors into millionaires. But this next phase is about evolution, about proving that a community-powered coin can become a real financial instrument. With upgrades like DOGE, institutional involvement through ETFs, and ongoing technical innovation, the pieces are aligning for something much bigger. If you decide to hold with awareness. Follow the updates, understand the fundamentals, and track where development is headed. If you decide to sell, do it with strategy, not fear. Take profits smartly, don't chase emotions. The next big move could come when no one expects it. Either way, Dogecoin's story is far from over. The same coin that started as a meme continues to redefine what's possible in the world of crypto. And whether you're in for the short haul or the long game, one thing's for sure, Dogecoin still knows how to surprise everyone. If you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next major Dogecoin update. Let me know in the comments, are you selling, holding, or buying more Doge right now? Your take might just shape the next discussion we dive into. Because when it comes to Dogecoin, every move counts and the next chapter could be closer than anyone thinks.